Hi, hello, and welcome back to another video. So, once again, we are working on the sketchbook, as always, and today's video, as you have read the title, will be finishing the second page for the colors. So, the last one, if you remember, we did this page. Now we have this one, which is orange. So I did sketch out a little bit so that I have at least a plan on what to do, and I'm not completely going in blind. So I'm just gonna finish sketching this. But for this video, unlike the last one, I'm not gonna be talking too much about my process in real time. I'll probably do a voiceover or something like that because that's a lot quicker for me to do, so I don't have to like try to figure out what I want to say while I'm drawing. We got a cute girl here holding an orange because the theme is orange and oranges are orange. And then I'm probably gonna do a cute girl here, orange here. Let me actually pull up the photos that I gathered from Pinterest. Kind of like, not a mood board, but kind of inspiration photos. So I'll pull those up real quick. Okay, here is the pictures. I hope my reflection is not in the screen, but anyways, here's the pictures. We got this one. These are kind of just like inspiration. Not necessarily I'm going to be doing these. But we got this one, this one, this one. This is mostly just as a reference so that I can actually be able to draw it properly. I'm going to try to do like it actually makes it look nice. Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's just orange stuff. And yeah, oh, I have two more. Fish. I'm going to attempt to draw this fish. I have no clue if it's going to turn out because I don't think I've actually drawn a fish before. Anyways, mostly this. You can see I use this kind of as a reference. Not really, but I got the idea, got inspired by this. Anyways, and yeah, that's kind of just the references I'll be using. Nothing too interesting. So yeah, let's get into drawing and see you in the voiceover. Before I start talking about the drawing, I do want to say once again that when I do voiceovers and stuff, they aren't scripted, so let's hope I don't ramble too much. But for the most part, I just wanted to do a voiceover for this video because it helps me draw quicker when I don't have to talk throughout the video. But I know some people like that, so of course I will still do it because I don't mind talking through my process as I'm drawing in real time, and sometimes it can help better. But like I said in my last video, it's hard for me to think of things to say while also trying to make the drawing look good, and sometimes I just need to take a break from talking so I can actually lock in and make the drawing look nice. But now onto the actual drawing. I really like the first face and hair that I made, but it was too small for the body. But now that I'm looking back at it, I think it looks fine. I don't know why I changed it. But anyways, I erased it, unfortunately, so this beautiful face will be gone and another one will come, which obviously still looks nice, but this face looks so cute. And I think I just did the hair better in this one than in the one after I erased. But anyways, I didn't really have too much of an idea of what I wanted to do. So I kind of just, like I said, looked at the inspiration pictures and kind of went from there. For like the outfit and stuff, even though it's kind of basic and normal, I still want to draw some sort of like fashion outfit, and I want it to be different than the last page. I was gonna do like a whole makeup look, but then that would be like the last page, so I try to do more drawings this time to add more to the page rather than adding like other things. So the red page was more like pasting stuff in to add to the page, but this was mostly my drawings, like keeping to the page. And on another note, I thought I wouldn't I wouldn't have a good time doing this because I don't like orange for some reason. Something about orange I just don't like. Sorry to all the orange lovers out there, but I don't know, the color's just not very appealing to me. So I didn't think I was gonna like this page, but I actually like it a little bit better than the red. I say that because I think the page as a whole looks a lot better than how the red page turned out. And I think that's mostly just because I planned it as a full piece rather than separately. And I feel like it's all very cohesive. The only thing I wish I did different is the cat. I wish I colored it different, but you'll see that later on. As you can see, I'm literally just finishing up the sketch. Pretty boring stuff. But I tried to do like various different kinds of things. At first I was gonna do a goldfish, like I said, but that didn't turn out because I actually decided I didn't want to do that. So I decided to scrap the little goldfish idea and actually ended up doing an octopus, which you'll see later, to like, I guess, keep with the swirly theme that I had going on with the hair, with the cat's tail, so, you know, stuff like that. And I accidentally ended up giving almost the same hair for both the girls, even though they're not the same person. But I really like how the sketch turned out for both of the girls, but I also really like how I did the coloring later on for the girl holding the orange thing. And you can see here I'm getting into the lining, which for a lot of it I had to cut out because my head was just getting in the way, because I really wanted to like get up close and personal to the drawing so I can actually line properly. And this one I'm actually using my fine liners, which my sister let me borrow from her. I don't know the brand of them, but they're not the Sakura microns that I usually use. It's a separate brand, but fine liners are fine liners. So I think it just like reminded me of how I did draw in my like previous sketchbook with mostly lined drawings. Nowadays I either line with my pen or I line with like colored pencils. But in this drawing I think it turned out nice. I feel like everything looks clean relatively because I lined it, and that's my typical process anyways. And yeah, it was just really fun, honestly, to like color and figure everything out. It did take a long time though, I will say. Surprisingly, I was able to get the video under 25 minutes, so that is really shocking. But I was recording for a lot. I think I almost had 3 hours of footage, so you'd be amazed what speeding up does to the like footage. It makes the video so much shorter. So I hope you guys don't mind that it's sped up footage and not real time, just for the sake of the like how long the video is. It definitely takes a bit of extra time to edit as well as filming, which I was debating. I kind of turned off the camera a few times because the video was, one, my phone died throughout the process, and also my storage was full. So I had to stop it throughout the process, like my phone just stopped recording because it either died or the storage was full. So that caused a little bit of issue. Like I said, the video was really long. If it was only 20 minutes of footage, it would not be a big problem, but it was altogether probably around 3 hours, like I said. So I'm glad I was able to cut it down quite a bit. I know you guys like the long videos, and I personally also like watching long videos on YouTube, so I'll continue to make them. But they'll probably, hopefully most of them will be under an hour, because I really don't like editing for so long and then having to export that long footage and then have to deal with my whole storage situation, but that's okay. Also, you probably noticed, but I grabbed pretty much almost every supply that I have, all the oranges that I think could fit, and then I kind of just winged it. I didn't really have a plan totally for what colors I wanted, but then I kind of just figured out as I went, just randomly swatching a color that I thought might go. And yeah, that's kind of how the whole page went. Like I kind of just picked up random colors and stuff, and yeah, see what worked. And I have 2 sets here. I have the 2 Artex markers, and then I also have my Ohuhu alcohol markers. So I was just swatching them, like I said, kind of just trying to figure out what colors to do. I think the coloring was fine for her hair, I guess. I don't know, I'm still a little bit iffy about it, but I feel like in general, all of it together looks nice in the end, so I guess it doesn't really matter. Other than that, I really don't have much else to say about the drawing itself. I do really like the color scheme I went with, adding like a little bit touches of blue and green in there. I think it added really nicely, as well as blue and orange are opposite on the color wheel, so they're complementary, so of course it's gonna look nice in the end. But I think it just adds a lot to it to not just be orange, like the last page was mostly just red. I didn't really add any other colors besides white and black, which technically aren't colors if you want to go there, but anyways. Switching to another topic that I wanted to mention is commissions. I've been actually getting a few requests over the past few weeks / months, just people in general asking me if I do commissions, if my commissions are open, if I plan to do commissions. And my answer to that is yes, kind of, because I did want to start commissions, but I didn't realize how much time school takes up. So that kind of took up most of my time. But then I was thinking, hey, maybe I could do it in the summertime. But I really want to join Art Fight. So I don't know. I'll probably still have time. Maybe I'll have like a very limited slot for people who are interested in commissions. I just need to figure out the payment method and everything like that. But I didn't really think people would be interested in commissions, but I do get that question quite frequently, either on Instagram or Pinterest. People are just asking me, and I usually say no, but maybe in the future, just because I'm not like completely opposed to it. I was at some point, because I didn't really want it to I didn't want to have that pressure to like make a really nice art piece, but like it has to be nice because it's for somebody else. But then I realized, like, when I did Art Fight last year, it's really fun drawing other people's characters and OCs. But I will say I'm not very good at drawing like realism, like real life people. So that's the only thing about commissions. Typically they want, at least for the most part, I feel like when someone commissions another person, it's usually because they like the art style, of course, but they want them or their partner or whatever else being drawn, like real life people. I'm not so good at that. I mean, even pets or animals, I'm not so good at, so that's definitely not my expertise, but like drawing people's OCs and characters is really fun. Like I already said, I experienced that during Art Fight, and I was having a blast with it, because trying to interpret how their art style, especially if it was like a chibi art style, how that would look like in mine. So it just in general was really fun, and yeah, it wasn't too much pressure, but I think that's because it's not necessarily required. You don't have to draw someone's OC if you don't want to. In the context of commissions, you're kind of required. So it just puts a lot more pressure on me to like do better. So that's why I might save it for summertime, and if not summertime, maybe later this year, if not next year, I don't know. I honestly don't really know. That's not really my top priority at the moment. I just like making videos and posting my art to social media and stuff like that. By social media, I mainly just Pinterest. I don't really I don't really post much on my Instagram. I mostly post on Pinterest, and also, of course, when I make YouTube videos, which is always a fun time making YouTube videos, even though I tried to post at least once a month, at least these past few months. I posted once a month, and probably my next video will be drawing mermaids, because it's May. I did draw this near the end of April, but I'm just now recording the voiceover, so it's been at least a week of this footage just sitting in my camera roll, because I forgot to record the voiceover, and I've just been busy with other stuff because I'm finishing up school for the spring semester, so that's pretty exciting. So summer is creeping up on us, and this page is honestly very summery in general. I think it's kind of ocean vibes, which is giving summer, and also her outfit is like spring transitioning into summer with the colors. So I think just in general, this page is very perfect for that time period, I suppose. But even though spring is, I would probably say, my favorite season, I do really like summer. I just like the vibes of summer, vacation, traveling, just in general, being on break. I don't know, I just like it a lot. I mean, where I live, it gets pretty hot in the summertime, like in most other places, but I have AC, so it doesn't bother me that bad. But I'm sure it would be absolutely unbearable if I tried to do something outside, like go touch grass and stuff. But in the summertime, I just feel like it's very relaxed time, at least when I'm inside, and I have a lot more time to get any projects that I started done that I couldn't be done before. So this summer, I'm really trying to maximize my time, trying to complete everything that I want to get done, and hopefully I will be able to do that. I mean, I have a few projects like using art in other mediums like clay and stuff like that. I've been really wanting to try that. I mean, I have used clay in the past. I've done a few clay things, but I was thinking if I made either my OC or my persona and it'd be like a little clay figure that could be on my desk. I feel like that would be really cute, but I just haven't had the time to like sit down and actually do it. That, and I also really want to add little embellishments on my clothes that I haven't really sat down and done yet, just because school takes up my time, and then when I'm on break or I don't have much school, I just want to do something more relaxing that doesn't take a lot of brain power. So I'll do like a little miniature assembly thing, like those roll life things. I have a few, so I would just do that, read, or I watch videos. So that's really relaxing activities for me. Not like embroidery or embellishing isn't a relaxing activity for me, but those definitely take more brain power, I guess. Maybe once I figure out what I actually want to do, it'll be more relaxing, but at the moment, it's kind of just ideas floating up in the air. So yeah, now I'm finishing up the colors. I didn't do a lot of footage of the girl on the left, of her getting colored, because, like I said, at some point, my phone died, and I used my phone to film, and I needed it to charge, but then while it was charging, I decided to just continue drawing or coloring and getting as much as I could done, and then I realized, hold up, I'm getting a little bit too much done, so I grabbed my phone, however much it was charged, and then started filming again, but by that point, a decent amount was already done. So, yeah. I think it turned out really cute, though. I really like how I colored. Because I have so much options for, 1, lighter skin tones, and 2, for colors. I have, like, alcohol markers, but I also have acrylic markers, which gives, like, a really nice range of colors, so I think it just added a lot of depth when I deepen the colors a little bit more. And that's what I mentioned at the end of the video, but I really just wish I colored the girl on the right better. I feel like I just didn't color her as good as I could have, but I think that just takes time to improve, and also it's on a smaller scale, less zoomed up, so I'll just give myself grace there. But just in general, I feel like especially the eyes I struggled with, because I kept going back and forth on what color I wanted, because any color I chose, it just seemed a little bit creepy for some reason. Like it just seemed like that color, because you couldn't see my lining that well, but I tried to darken it later so you're able to see a little bit better. And I also wish that I added her skin color to other parts of the drawing, so it balances it out, so it like looks more cohesive with the rest of the page. But in general, like I said, I think it turned out pretty cohesive, and I'm interested in seeing what I end up doing with the yellow page, because yellow is also not at the very top of my list. Like I said, I like colors, all these colors with pink, but like in comparison to other colors like blue, pink, purple, green, like yellow and orange are on the lower half of my little tier list, my color tier list, so that's why I'm not feeling as inspired to do them, and that's why it took me so long to get to the orange page. It was like a whole month or something like that. I forgot exactly the time difference between red and orange, but I hope to complete the yellow one sooner and not let a month pass for me to do it. But yeah, I think I'll probably do like a mixture of pasting stuff in and drawing, so it's not one more than the other, because I still have a lot of things to paste, and I like pasting stuff in and adding my drawings. It's like a mixture of journaling and sketchbook stuff, and I really like that, like scrapbook almost vibe. It did do a bit of a jump just now where I had pretty much the whole background colored. That's when I realized, hold up, I'm kind of doing a lot. I need to I need to turn back on my camera and start recording. But yeah, that's kind of what I just did, and I'm just going back in with my liner, outlining the surroundings so it just pops a little bit more, stands out a bit more. That's one thing that I really like doing in both my digital art and my sketchbook art, is just outlining the silhouette of the character, like thicker line art. I think it just like makes the page or makes the drawing look kind of like more polished, or like a sticker almost, which I really like, even though I never made stickers of my art, although that sounds really interesting to do maybe sometime in the future. But anyways, we're gonna wrap up really quickly here and go back to real-time me from a week or two ago. Okay, I finally finished the page. My phone died and then I completely finished the page, so I don't know where it left off at because I didn't notice until I went to pause the video and I realized that it's dead already. So yeah, the page finished. Hope it didn't end off at an awkward spot. I'll have to check when I'm editing and stuff. But anyways, this is the finished page. I actually really like how it turned out. I feel like I should add more brown to balance out this, but I feel like as a whole, I think it looks pretty nice. This literally took almost all day to film, so I don't know how much I'm gonna keep in because there's just a lot of footage to go through, so I don't know how much I'm gonna keep in, but hopefully the video will be under 40 minutes, hoping under an hour, but we'll see. Anyways, this is the finished page. I do need to write the date so I can keep track because this one, yes, this was in February. We are in April. Why did it take me so long? Okay, April. Oh, yikes. April 28th. Okay. April 28th, and then this was Thursday, February 26th. So, wow. I kind of like this page better. I think everything just goes smoothly more than this page. I feel like it's just the background that's bothering me. But like in general, I feel like this page is nicer. And this has more drawings. This has more actual drawings. This only has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 solid drawings. These are just doodles, so I won't count that. But like finished ones of these 3, I guess. And then this one. But this one has like full-on colors. So maybe that's why it took so long. Like this. All of them fully colored. I feel like I could have done cuter on the cat. I feel like I rendered her face really well. And I think I really like the colors, especially how I drew the jeans here. I wish I colored it better like I did this one, but because it's such on a small scale, I couldn't. I wish I had better colors so that I can really make it nice, but anyways, that's how it turned out. Thank you for watching this far. I don't know when my next video will be. My storage ran out in the middle of this, so I hope I don't have to do that next time I film. I don't know, every time I film it just takes so long, and with school and stuff like that, I just don't have enough time. But so with summer break coming up, I'll probably have plenty of time to film then. And so I'll see you in the next one, whenever that will be, and whatever it will be. I don't know what the next video will be, but thank you so much for watching, and hope you all have a blessed day.